Hello, everybody. My name is Escobar, and today I'm going to explain the principles of language assessment through an example that I'm going to show right now. Okay, this is example. High school biology teacher frequently reads aloud a prepared biology-related statement. Then he asks students to hold their hands under their chains and signify whether the statement is true or false by showing a thumbs up for true or a thumbs down for false. Depending on the number of students who respond incorrectly, the teacher may have students present arguments for both sides. He may pair students and ask them to discuss the concept further, or he may decide that he needs to present the same concept using a different representation or instructional approach. Okay, so let's start with the first principle. Okay, we have the practicality. A practical test is a test that doesn't accept available material resource. Consider the time and effort involved for both design and scoring. So basically, we have to consider the time when we are designing the activity and the time that we will spend scoring the activity. It is economical to deliver. It's not excessively expensive. The layout should be easy to follow and understand, and it's relatively easy to administer. Okay, so basically taking into account these characteristics, I can say that this example, this task is practical because it doesn't take much time to develop a discussion between all the students who agree or disagree, since everyone can give their opinion on the questions, and it doesn't take much cost to do this either, since it is relatively practical to discuss with everyone and give their opinion on the questions and the topic raised. And also the layout is easy to follow, and basically I think that is also it doesn't take much time to score this activity. Okay, the next principle is reliability. Okay, a reliable test means that it should give the same results for similar groups of students and with different people marked. Also, it keeps the instruction language simple and give an example. Also, a reliable text use language that is similar to what you have used in class before, so as not to confuse the students. And also, it gives clear directions for scoring and evaluation. Okay, so taking into account these characteristics, I can say that this test, this activity, is reliable because in this task, the teacher had previously explained the topic several times, and now it's the time for students to participate and give their own opinion on the topic. And also, the topic is very familiar for them, so they have an example that they have used this topic before, so they can give their opinion as well. So for this reason, I think that this activity is reliable. Okay, the next principle is validity. Okay, always test what you have taught and can reasonably expect your students to know. Validity is the extent to which a test measures what it claims to measure. To make a valid test, you must be clear about what you are testing. Also, it involves performance that samples the test criterion, and it is objective. Well, so I can say that this activity, this test is valid because the teacher is teaching a topic that the students have already seen and are familiar with. Also, the objective of the class is very clear because they have to give their opinion on the topic, and with this, I think that the teacher will notice and evaluate the vocabulary that the students have already seen before. So basically, for this reason, the reasons I can say that this test is valid, and of course, the students will work in pairs, and with this, the teacher promotes cooperative work to promote socialization in the classroom. Okay, now we have the fourth principle, that is authenticity. Okay, an authentic test contains language that is natural as possible. Also, it includes meaningful, relevant, and interesting topics, and also offers tasks that replicate real-world tasks. So, with these characteristics, I can say that this activity, this this test is authentic because it has an interesting topic that is about biology, and they have seen before this topic, and also they know the language that they will use in this activity. So basically, this language is very natural for them. It is nothing complex. I think that it is a simple language, and they can explain their opinions. So basically, for this, I can say that this test is authentic. And now the last principle is washback. Okay, a test that provides beneficial washback is a test that offers students a chance to adequately prepare, and also it gives learners feedback that enhance their language development. And finally, it positively influences what and how learners learn. Okay, well, in this case, I can say that this activity, this task, doesn't propose a good washback. So this activity isn't taking into account this principle because the students only discuss among themselves. But if the teacher intervenes and explains the activity, discussing with them in a better way, I don't know, maybe he can make a graphic organizer or a mind map, and through this he explains the incorrect answers and explains to the students the topic in a very clear way, introducing them and giving them a good feedback to understand this topic in a very good way. So basically, I can say that this activity is in proposing a good washback. Okay, so that was all my explanation about these 5 principles, and thanks for your attention.